In the fast-paced world of NHRA drag racing, rumors can spread like wildfire down the track. Right now, one of the hottest talks in the paddock is about Paul Lee, the experienced funny car driver and business owner, possibly becoming the fourth driver for John Force Racing, JFR, in 2026. While nothing has been made official yet, sources close to the sport are buzzing with excitement. This move could shake up the funny car class and give JFR a fresh boost as they look to rebuild and compete at the top level. Let's dive into the details of this speculation, why it might happen, and what it could mean for the team and the series. The spark of the rumor. The chatter started picking up in late 2025, right around the end of the NHRA season. Insiders in the racing community began whispering about talks between Paul Lee and JFR. Reports from paddock conversations suggest that Lee could fill out JFR's planned four-car lineup for the upcoming year. No press releases or official statements have come out from either side, so for now, it's all just talk. But in drag racing, where teams often keep big news under wraps until the last minute, these kinds of rumors have a way of turning into reality. This isn't coming out of nowhere. JFR has been in the spotlight for their off-season changes. The team recently announced they're expanding back to a four-car operation, which means they're on the hunt for talent to round out their roster. They've already locked in some key drivers, like Alexis DeJoria, who brings her own funny car wins and energy to the group. On the Top Fuel side, Josh Hart is stepping in to drive what was once Brittany Force's ride, following her retirement. These moves show JFR is serious about reloading and staying competitive. The Prock family leaving JFR was a big shakeup that opened the door for new faces. Austin Prock, Robert Height's crew chief tune-up under Jimmy Prock, had been a powerhouse for the team. Their exit left gaps that JFR needs to fill with drivers who can handle the pressure and deliver results. That's where someone like Paul Lee comes into the picture, a steady, proven racer who could slot right in. Who is Paul Lee? A quick look at his journey. Paul Lee isn't a newcomer to drag racing. He's been around the sport for years, building a solid reputation both on and off the track. As the owner of McLeod Racing, a company that makes high-performance clutches and parts, Lee knows the business side of racing inside out. He's not just a driver. He's a leader who understands what it takes to run a successful operation. Lee's racing career has seen its share of ups and downs. He started in lower classes and worked his way up to the Nitro Funny Car ranks. His big breakthrough came in 2025 when he grabbed his first Nitro Funny Car win at the Winter Nationals in Phoenix. That victory wasn't just a personal milestone. It put him on the map as a serious contender. Since then, he's been posting stronger results, climbing the points ladder, and even leading the funny car standings at times. With crew chiefs like Johnny Lindbergh and John Medlin in his corner, Lee's team has turned into a real threat. What makes Lee stand out is his mix of experience and drive. He's been grinding in NHRA for decades, learning from wins and losses alike. Sponsors have taken notice too, with more partners jumping on board as his performance improves. In a sport where funding can make or break a team, Lee's ability to attract support is a huge plus. They've got the skills to race hard and the smarts to build partnerships, which is exactly what a big team like JFR values. John Force Racing's push for the future. John Force Racing is one of the most famous names in drag racing history, led by the legendary John Force, who've racked up 16 funny car championships himself. The team has won a total of 23 titles overall. They're like a dynasty, with fans all over the world cheering them on. But even dynasties need to evolve. Recent seasons have been tough for JFR, with some inconsistent runs and changes in the lineup. John Force is still racing, but at 76, the team is thinking long-term about life after his driving days. That's why the expansion to 4 cars makes sense. It gives them more shots at wins and helps spread out the workload. Adding drivers like DeJoria and Hart shows they're mixing veterans with fresh talent. If Lee joins, he'd fit into this plan perfectly. JFR wants stability, and Lee's background could help with that. His business ties might even bring in new sponsors, strengthening the team's financial side. Rumors aside, JFR has a history of making smart moves during this silly season, that off-season time when drivers and teams shuffle around. They've reloaded before, and this feels like another chapter in that story. Fans are watching closely, especially after the Prock family's departure, which was confirmed in a press release. It's all about building a squad that can chase championships again. Why Paul Lee could be the perfect fit. So, what makes this rumor so believable? For starters, Lee's momentum is on the rise. After years of steady progress, his 2025 win showed he can compete with the best. JFR needs drivers who can adapt to their high-pressure environment, and Lee's experience as a team owner means he knows how to work within a structure. He's not a rookie who needs hand-holding. He's a pro who can contribute right away. Sponsorship is another key factor. Lee's companies, like McLeod Racing, could align with JFR's partners, creating new opportunities. In drag racing, where costs are sky-high, having a driver who brings funding is gold. Plus, Lee's clean image and fan appeal would boost the team's marketing. He's marketable, with a story of perseverance that resonates with fans. From JFR's side, this move is about balance. They have young guns and legends, but adding a veteran like Lee could steady the ship. It's similar to how other racing series, like NASCAR or IndyCar, build teams with a mix of ages and skills. Lee has championship dreams, and joining a powerhouse like JFR could help him chase them. It's a win-win if it happens. Of course, there are other names floating around for that fourth spot. People have mentioned drivers like Chad Green, Tony Stewart, or even Blake Alexander. But Lee's name keeps coming up because of his recent success and business savvy. It's the kind of move that could energize the whole funny car class. What could this mean for NHRA? If the rumor turns out to be true, it would be one of the biggest stories of the 2026 season. JFR becoming a four-car team again, with Lee on board, could make them instant favorites for the title. Their multi-car setup would allow for better data, sharing, and strategy, turning them into a real force. No pun intended. Fans would love the new rivalries and storylines. Imagine Lee racing alongside John Force and DeJoria. For the NHRA as a whole, this could draw more attention. Drag racing thrives on drama and big names, and a move like this would get people talking. It might even bring in new sponsors and viewers, helping the sport grow. But if it's just smoke, we'll see who else JFR picks. Either way, the silly season is living up to its name, waiting for the green light. Right now, all we can do is wait for official word. JFR typically announces big news through press releases, social media, or at events like test sessions. Keep an eye on their website and NHRA outlets for updates. You might spot hints like new sponsor liveries or Lee showing up at JFR test days. In the end, whether Paul Lee joins John Force Racing or not, this rumor highlights the excitement of drag racing's off-season. It's a sport full of passion, speed, and surprises. If it happens, it could be a game changer. Until then, treat it as speculation, but the kind that's got everyone in the NHRA world on the edge of their seats. Stay tuned. 2026 is shaping up to be a wild ride.